Welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be doing something a little different, and I haven't seen any other creators do this kind of a video before, so I'm going to kind of explain or run down a little bit of what we're doing today. So I am going to Evike.com and just reviewing some of the things on their Epic Deals page, and I'll be uploading this video as soon as possible because they change these deal pages out pretty often. As you can see, this one ends in 2 days. So essentially, I'm going to pretty much look at these, give my thoughts on them, and kind of do like a gun review kind of a thing. I should say replica review so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. But I can't give a full and 100% review, obviously, without actually trying it out and using it. So what I'm going to be doing is looking at the specifications, the brand. Usually the brand is a pretty good indicator, and the prices. Now, I am going to have all my prices in USD, as if I go over to here, you can see that I have 22% United States, 0.6% Canada, and 0.5% United Kingdom. So I'm going to keep everything as USD. I do have a little calculator here for UK prices, and I can actually change this to Canada as well, so I can put the prices in for you guys over there. But yeah, I don't get a lot of views from that end. Most of it's from US, which makes sense because US is big into replicas and firearms and things like that, you know. That's just what US is known for. UK, if you don't know, you actually can't just straight up buy a black Airsoft gun, which is really weird. So if I go to, like, let's just try UK, Ghost Black Pistols. So in UK, they are classified as realistic firearms, required valid defense, proof of eligibility, purchase, has to be registered member of Airsoft site, or recognized reader processing, you know, Generally, it's not as easy as processing them in the UK. So UK's a little weird about that. I don't know about Canada. I think Canada's kind of weird about that too. But so yeah, today's video is going to run a little bit different. We're going to check into some of these and let me know if there's anything that I might have missed that you want to check me to check into, as well as other video ideas and things like that. We're probably not going to worry about the 1 days so much, especially the 21 hours. The first one I kind of want to look at is this one, as sniper rifles tend to not be that great right off the bat, so I feel like this will be a pretty easy one to look at and check out, especially because I recognize this particular sniper, as I've actually used it on the channel before. I haven't owned it, but it was one that Wildcat had. Right at the bat, the pricing though honestly doesn't look too bad. We're looking at 81.54 for UK, and we were looking at 147 for Canadian. So now it's not a bad price. Another thing you can do when you're purchasing stuff is customer reviews, looking at those. I'm going over a bunch of different things here, so we can kind of get a quick rundown of stuff. So if you look at the deals page, maybe you'll find something that you're interested in. FPS, these are always gonna be 0.20 grain. They don't list it here for some reason, but I guarantee you they corner this in 0.20, which doesn't make any sense to me. 0.20, nobody really uses, especially in a sniper. Even 0.25s is probably not going to be used on a sniper. So generally a good rule of thumb I would go with is minus 50 FPS, and that's about where it'll be for 0.25. For instance, my P90, if I go to F and holster P90 and find the one that I have, yeah, so it's listed as 400 FPS for 0.20s to 415. When I chrono it, I have a review on this. When I chrono it, it's coming in as 350 FPS on 0.25s. Generally, a good rule of thumb is just minus 50 FPS, and that'll be about where it is for the next BB weight. That's not completely the same every single time. Obviously, it's variable. It's not going to be the same. But that's a pretty good rule of thumb. Minus 50 FPS for the next BB weight. So, let's see. Right, we were looking at this one right here. Tons of options. FPS for a sniper, so we're probably looking at, I mean, it's not going to be bad. It's at least in the 450 range, like the 450 range. That'll be like 0.25s though. 0.28s is probably going to run around like 380 FPS. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't think this has much upgrade potential if I remember correctly. How heavy this sniper, it doesn't weigh much. It really doesn't weigh anything. And I'm gonna be honest, the plastic feels really cheap on this one. Yeah, scope's usually not included. The plastic feels really cheap, but I mean for the price point, it's not bad. A folding stock. Okay, the one I used didn't have a folding stock. Maybe I'm just thinking it's this one because it looks like an op and every op looks the same. Yeah, the one I used didn't have a folding stock, so this isn't the same one. But I guarantee it still stands that it's pretty cheap plastic for the price. Matrix is pretty good, but because it doesn't say anything about VSL 10 compatibility, I'd assume it probably doesn't have it. So honestly, I wouldn't give this a full star. I'd probably give this like probably 2.5. I'm gonna give that a 2.5 star. We'll give it 2 BBs. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a Barrett, but let's be honest. Most of us are probably not gonna buy a Barrett 50. That's just because it looks cool. WeTech Galaxy. I actually do know a little bit about the WeTech Galaxies, specifically the Glock variant, as this was something that's been on the channel before. This is the 1911 kind of variant with the 1911 style grip. It's not terrible. It's about 250, which I feel like is pretty standard for a gas blowback. But the main thing I wanted to point out on this one is it does have, if I can find it, it does have an automatic feature. So it has a semi to full auto feature. But the problem with these is it has a full metal construction on the blowback system, and it's too heavy. So this is very sluggish, and it's not going to slide back and forth very good. The charging handle is just very sluggish, so it doesn't work on full auto very good. Semi, it works fine, but full auto, it's too sluggish. They should have given it a option for a plastic one, which granted would probably wear out faster, but if you're going to use full auto a lot, you would at least want the plastic one, so a plastic version of this would be great, but it doesn't exist. So, barrel thread, yes, barrel is threaded on these. I'm pretty guaranteed I can say that for a fact, but I've never screwed with unthreading it before. This comes in a couple different colors though, but yeah, the full auto doesn't really work on these all that well. All that, it's not too bad. It's pretty solid, and I think the price is actually not that bad. Let's see how it is for Canadian is 162, and British is 89. For this price, it's not bad. For a gas blowback, that's a really good price. Ooh, that's exclusive. Oh, and I do have an Evike.com affiliate. That is also one of the reasons I am doing Evike, is because all my stuff comes from Evike. Sorry, Evike, not Evike. All my stuff does come from Evike. So if you use my link and you purchase something, I do get a little bit of something on my way. It's really not much, though. It's pretty much not much of anything. But if you do want me to check out other sites, comment those down below and I can look at those. But another reason I'm using Evike is because I like the fact they have an Epic Deals page, and I feel like it's really just, the website's really clean. This one I want to look at because it looks interesting to me with all the key mod rails going on here, and it's got like a floating barrel as well. I'm going to assume this is all plastic for that price. Oh, okay, never mind. Prove me wrong. Alright, that kind of makes me, though, a little concerned about the rest of it. It's probably running like 340 FPS. 350, 340, somewhere around there. There's a time and place, buddy. The comic section on the Airsoft site isn't one of them. These cheap magazines, don't buy these. If you're really penny pinching, though, I mean, granted, if you're buying a rifle for this price, probably just starting out, and you don't have a lot to spend. I can tell you, though, that SEMA tends to make pretty decent stuff. Oh, and it's export compliant to Canada, by the way. You guys are welcome for that. SEMA does make good stuff. They're more well known for their AKs, though. Honestly, I know some people like Keymod, but I don't think I'd really advise Keymod. Up to you, though. This barrel just seems really weird. These ion sights also, that doesn't look like the best ion sight. if I'm gonna be honest. And it seems kind of weird to stick a red dot on it when the red dot's gonna be half the price that the AG cost. I wanted to say the G word again. Doing an alloy specifications. That's what we want. Wasn't 2. It does have a threaded. That's good. So you could put a suppressor on it, but again, I wouldn't bother putting too much extra stuff on this. It is just this is a Stoddle rifle. I'm gonna be honest, it's a Stoddle. I'm not gonna knock it. I don't think it's terrible from what I'm seeing. I don't think it's bad. It's a good Stoddle. If you're starting out, it seems like it's a good starting point. I don't know anything about auto ordnance. Okay, it's got Cybergun. Cybergun's good. I don't have any issues with Cybergun. This is a really cool 1911 though, I'm not gonna lie. 244 Canadian. 134. Oh, it does have a package deal as well. It is running a little low. Well, no, that's pretty standard. That's pretty standard, actually. Again, time and a place, bud. This isn't one of them. I feel like that's more of a collector's item. Okay, I like the gold grip. I do like the gold. 235. I think is a little much for what it is, except of the fact it does have a custom paint job. And that's probably why it's priced at what it's at. Custom paint job stuff tends to have higher price points, but for 176, it's not bad. I think that's good deal. It does have a 5-star rating too, so I'd say that one's pretty solid. Snow Wolf. Oh dear, I know about Snow Wolf. Yeah, my personal opinion: stay away from Snow Wolf. Oh my gosh, we gotta have a chick pose with it, cause that'll get people to buy it. Yeah. Jeez. It's a op. Look at CSGO. It's op. It's a op. You want to buy it. I don't know about the carry handle. I think that's... Because I'm just thinking about if I was to sling this over my shoulder, it seemed like that would be kind of obnoxious. My personal opinion. I feel like this would be annoying to sling this thing. Well, I guess you'd have this side outwards, actually, because of the bolt, so... I bet you it doesn't weigh anything, though. I guarantee this charging handle is completely not necessary. Also, this price seems a little high for a Snow Wolf, I'm not gonna lie. Here's your price points. Really low. I wouldn't even touch it with that FPS. I don't see anything about VSO 10 compatibility. I agree, Jeff. I agree. I think it's a little too expensive for... To be honest, majority of snipers are spring snipers, unless they're a Barrett 50. Or SVD 98. I'm talking about a Dragunov. I'm talking about the Dragunov SVD. Can I put a suppressor on it? I don't think so. Actually, maybe there's a pin. It might be doable. Oh, imagine using this with ion sights. Oh, deal. That would just be... Yeah, this one's a no-go. Okay, here's the AK. Actually, before I get to the AK, I'm gonna go over here. So, Chris Vectors. I do want to talk about the Chris Vectors, particularly, and yeah, the Crytek ones as well. Chris Vectors, unless Crytek's change it and the newer models. Oh my gosh, that price. That price is just outrageous. There's your prices. Pause it if you need to. Chris Vectors tend to not be the best in the Airsoft world. They are great when it comes to the real steel counterpart. I never shot the real steel version, keep in mind. But from what I understand, they are amazing when it comes to that. But the problem is with the Airsoft version, I wonder if I can find a photo of it. This kind of does it justice. Oops. This right here kind of shows you what's going on. So, the problem with the Chris Vector, see how the piston's down here? And usually the piston's up in the receiver normally, in a normal AG. The system for this thing is so janky that it doesn't work properly. It'll work, but it'll end up rubbing against itself and stripping itself really easy. This system it has is just not built very well. It just doesn't work as an Airsoft counterpart. As a gas blowback, maybe it would be passable. Oh, here we go. It's right here. I could have just looked at the website and I would have saw it. The way this system works to... Yeah, your BB feeder's here. See how weirdly angled this is? This tends to wear out really easy. I'm hoping that Crytek fixed that, but it's just a poor design when it comes to Airsoft. Let's ship to Canada. I don't know, dude. I don't see it on here, so I really couldn't say. Issues 310 FPS. I've seen these Crytek's before, and I've used this exact one. I've used this exact model, and it's had issues. I don't know about the newer ones. This is a high velocity one. 350, so it's probably like 300. What's not isn't bad for SMG, especially considering its barrel length is like pretty much nothing. But for the price point, I really would honestly, I would get a Crytek like a normal in full Crytek. Even though, yes, I know it's a Chris Vector, but I'm gonna be honest, the Crytek in fulls are just better overall. Okay, back to the AK. This is a solid price for AK. This is probably going to be more of a starting AK. 300 FPS probably. I see this all the time, even on YouTube. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I see this constantly to the point it's like, come on. Come on. Like, nobody's going to look at this and go, oh, yes, I need to look into that. Come on, bro. Like, yeah. Anyways, where was I before I got distracted by comics in the comic section? So S&T, I could tell you right now, S&T makes solid gears in their gearboxes. My first Airsoft replica was S&T, and I've put that thing to use to the point that I've rebuilt the rifle. I took two M4s and put them together, which you can actually see me do this on a video. It's the complete guide to AO's video, like AO rebuilding. Well, I've taken two and put it together. The gears are still perfect. The barrel and the bucking wore out, and the gears are still fine. I even replaced the motor for a bit of a newer one, which should be a bit of a higher quality as well. So S&T, honestly, I give S&T 5 out of 5 stars. They don't make, like, anything crazy. I'd say they're pretty standard in the Airsoft world, but when it comes to their quality of how long pulse lasts, they definitely win on that. Their pulse lasts a long time. So this AK will honestly probably last you for a really long time. So I definitely give this a pass. This price point, I don't know if I did this already. Get out of here, Chris Vector. This price point really isn't bad. I give this a plus for sure. I think this is a good AK. Where do I only find Chinese reviews on these? I couldn't tell you. It's probably because it's a starting. I'd say it's because it's a starting rifle, like a starter's AK. So it's not one that many YouTubers are gonna pick up. Most people that picks these up probably don't have a YouTube channel because they're just new in Airsoft, so they don't have the money to go and buy expensive cameras and things like that. And YouTube it's very time consuming if I'm going to be honest, so it's really not for everybody. Okay, here's a Blowback, and it is a WeTech. I think this thing's neat. Yeah, I like this one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, solid. Even though it's 0.20s, I'm guarantee 0.25s will run flawlessly in this thing. Is this the same guy? You know what? I think it's the same dude. Isn't it the same guy on every single... Okay, Wombat. First of all, you're Russian, so why are you posting this? Second of all, why do you feel the need to go in every single Airsoft thing on here and do that? I don't get it. Anyways, dude, I totally forgot what we were talking about. Where was I? Thanks a lot, Russian. Wombat. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what I was even looking at. Oh yeah, the gas blowback. That's right. Jeez. Oh my heck. Is this even the same one? Yes, okay. Because I saw like a different FPS. Yeah, this FPS threw me off. Wait, why does it have two different FPSs? Evike, you're gonna want to fix that. Because now I have no idea what the heck the FPS on this thing is. Not a clue. Diehard GBB fan. Honestly, for a GBB, it's a good price. Oh, that's US. Oops. That's not what I wanted. It's a good price. I'd say that's a really solid price for a gas blowback. I can't knock it. And it looks like people are liking it. Also, angled ion sights. Hearing almost everywhere that it's unreliable. I mean, to be fair, common issues like feeding. To be fair, it is pretty low price for GBB, so I guess that makes sense. Out of the box, it shoots hot. Yeah, I was pretty sure it probably would because of the FPS. I get what's called an impasse in order of how much gas you release when you pull the trigger. Very long when the crane shocks extend. Yeah, that's just how it's going to be on this type of firearm. Semi-auto suggested. Clips of O-rings fail very often. To be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. O-rings and anything gas-powered wise when it comes to Airsoft fail on a consistent basis. There is a grenade launcher in here, and I do want to talk about grenade launchers. Let me go to that. Okay, grenade launchers. These things, I do not have much luck with at all. They look cool, but I kind of don't like them. I kind of have a hatred for them. I own two of them, and all of the sales, I think I own like 5 or 6 cells for these things, and none of them work. Not a single one of them work. They all need the O-rings replaced. And one of them I have is the Micronite 40, and it's not working either, and I haven't looked into fixing that. 45 is solid, as they usually run for 50, but I can't sense buying it. I just can't sense buying one, honestly. The Noveski, I do have a review video coming up for the Noveski Space Invader. I would advise to stay away from it. I'm not going to go into detail with it too much, because that's a full video coming out. That's a full 20-minute video on the way. But this thing didn't last long. The internals ate itself, essentially, is what happened. But let's see, 94. I think this is a pretty standard. Yeah, it's not run very good. This is just something you pick up because you're just starting out. So we're not going to look into it too hard. Let's see. So we do another pistol. Oh, let's look at this one, actually, because I do know about this one a little bit. This is a collector's item, straight up. I don't even think it really has that FPS, to be honest. Because I've looked at this on YouTube before, and it seems like it really doesn't shoot all that great. It's more of a collector's. So the price, it really depends on how much you're willing to pay for a collector's item. So there's your prices for you. As far as like actually using it though on the field, I wouldn't advise it, especially because it doesn't have that many shots at all in it. Here's another EMG Noveski. Ugh. Okay, so here's the thing with EMGs. Their gearboxes really aren't that great. They try to hype them up with the trigger system stuff. The trigger system's good. I'll give it that, but the gearbox itself really isn't that good. So I would honestly stay away from them. And I could actually kind of prove this right now, just literally using Evike's website. I can prove to you that you need to stay away from them. So I'm going to type in mystery box, and I guarantee you, I can click on just about any mystery box here, and it has one in it. Open box. Okay. We got several to pick from. We're going to pick from this one. Ooh. Oh, man. Let's see. Yep, right there. EMG. EMG. 2 of them already. Another EMG. Yeah, see what I mean? EMG. They're so bad that they are literally just riddled in the mystery boxes. EMG. If something's in the mystery box consistently, what that typically means is that either A, it doesn't sell well, or B, people are returning it. And I have an EMG, and I can tell you right now, most of these are probably returned. Okay, this thing's cool. I have to look at just because this is... Oh my gosh, that price, though. Look at that price. It looks like a Call of Duty blueprint. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, it's discontinued, though. Dude, Bren Killer, you nailed it, dude. He's 100% correct. He's dead accurate. But man, would I run it. I wouldn't buy it, but I would run it. I would so run that. I couldn't run it often, though. If I bought it, I really couldn't run it that often. Because I would be too worried of getting a scratch on it. I would not want to get a single scratch on that thing for the price point. I would keep that thing away from trees. Oh. EMG. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, is EMG is going to be riddled EMG. It's going to be riddled throughout this entire thing, too. Because they're trying to get rid of them. I mean, they're good when it comes to making them look nice. Like, if you want an AAG that looks really unique and really neat, then yeah, go for it. I mean, they look unique, but I would just count on one of the gills stripping out and having to be fixed. Actually, what I'm thinking about, I have another EMG. Actually, no, it's APS. Same thing, basically. EMG APS, yeah. It's the same thing. See right here, APS right here. APS sucks, and APS is actually what I used to rebuild my very first S&T, because that rifle was completely, it was in pieces. So I bought a APS in pieces, and I used its parts to rebuild my very first AO. This thing's just weird. Okay, before we totally could on the design of this thing, let's just look at the specs, see if it's any good. I've seen this thing before. It's been on one of Swamp Sniper's videos. FPS is kind of, well, I don't know, I feel like it's meh for a rifle, especially a bullpup, because usually bullpups run a little bit better on FPS because they have more barrel length. Please discount replica. Why is it cheaper? I mean, it seems like it's a cyber gun and it's a GNG, so I'd say internally it's good. Externally, though, I could not run this. I'm sorry. I mean, if someone gave me one, would I run it? Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. I'm sorry. These are the standard starter shotties. You're looking to get an Airsoft for cheap. There you go. Got cheap, easy to get in. I would advise to buy AEG though. If you're on an indoor field, you can get away with it. I would advise a Lancel. If you're starting out in Airsoft, I would advise a Lancel. This is a Doom gun, isn't it? I think it's a Doom one. Oh, it's Roadhog. I didn't play a lot of Overwatch. I'm gonna be honest. I have some Overwatch content on the gaming channel, but I stopped playing it. I mostly played it because foes wanted to. I got bored of it really quick. Okay, I do want to talk about ProShop a little bit. ProShops, they're hit and miss. So I have the 6mm ProShop FAL, and it's okay. It runs for about the same price, but it's not something I could necessarily recommend picking up. I'd say the stuff's just okay. I'd give them probably a 3-star rating or a 2.5-star rating. Like, they're not terrible, but they're not great. I do have their... Well, before I go too much forward, let's look at this. Frozen 2. It seems okay. I think there's better stuff on the market probably for that price. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm questioning the quality on it. But I have this one. Oh, it's from S&T, never mind. I thought it was from 6mm ProShop. Well, actually, no, it is, because the stooling is. Yeah. Except there's nothing about it that says 6mm ProShop on this one. So I kind of question if they had anything to do with this one at all, if it's a just only S&T one. Because this one's actually good. To well, my 6mm ProShop is, in my opinion, average. And I say this one's actually decent. But again, the price point's a little higher. The price point, I'd say is a good price for it. Because it's a custom. If it wasn't a custom, I'd say it's running a little high. But because it's a custom, and it's a collector's edition. You don't buy this because it's practical. It's a collector's item. It's something you run on the field for a couple times, and you either put back on the box or display. Generally display. Mine's in the box, I just don't have anywhere to display it as of right now. Will it come back in an Airsoft video, like gameplay-wise? It's kind of unlikely. Not that I don't like the gun or anything. I like this. I like it. It's just, it's a collector's item. It's very collectible, so I just don't want to run it on the field all that much. And it isn't the easiest thing to use, I'm gonna be honest. You have to hip fire it. Oh, and the magazines do suck a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, the magazines are kind of not that great. I've had some feeding issues. I said I wasn't gonna look at a barrel, but this thing caught my eye. Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me depressed. This should have like 500 FPS, unlike 0.25s. Why? What's wrong with you? Do better. There was a sniper on here that I was actually okay with, though. And it was a Matrix. Everything's moved on me. They're taking stuff off the list. Actually, no, it was this one. It's not a Matrix. So this one, I have actually used on the channel. And it was an upgrade one. It wasn't a stock one. It's one that I borrowed off of Savage. He bought this one cheaply to upgrade it, put pulse on. And it's actually good upgraded. So this one's actually good upgraded, and it is VSL 10 compatible. So I'd say this one's a good buy, as it doesn't cost a lot to have a starting build, and then you just buy the pulse you want in it. And the quality of the polymer isn't that bad for the price. The quality is actually pretty good. I will say this, though. It does have some minor feeding issues because of the way the magazine's designed. It doesn't feed straight upwards. The bolt kind of pushes the BB out frontwards this direction. And because of that, it has a hard time feeding. And the best way we found to fix that is we just electrical tape the bottom around the rifle. Which, yeah, it's not the best thing, but it's not a good design for a magazine, and that's really the best fix we had. But for the price and VSL 10 compatibility, it's really not that bad if you're on a budget. And the other thing is, you can always upgrade to a better body and just take the VSL 10 pulse out and put it in the other one. So I'd say it's good for the price, but it does have some issues though. Here's a SIG shower. That is some good FPS for a gas blowback pistol. Oh, a CO2. Oh, and it's compatible with both. So you could probably buy magazines for both. That's good. That's good to know. Yeah, I'd run it. What company makes it though? Shigeo Profiles. Full store. Will a holster work for underbarrel flashlight? No. Been a holster with a red dot on it? No. You're gonna want to get a universal pistol holster that can allow for red dots and flashlights, generally. Because these polyester ones like this isn't gonna work with a flashlight and stuff like that. So fair warning on that. Yeah, none of these are gonna work with a flashlight. Sorry. Epic deals page. Let's see what we got. Let's go to a new page. Number 3. Unlucky number 3. Oh yes, a jet blast. No, we're not looking at that. Okay, this thing's just too long. Look at that. It's definitely supposed to be a marksman rifle. Double barrel. I don't know anything about double barrel. I can't say anything about this one. If you know about double, oh my gosh. If you know about double barrel, go ahead and comment that in the description. Wow, you guys really had a double barrel. It's, you gotta say it with 2 barrels, you know. It's the double triple barrel. You just gotta make it the tri barrel. It's a tri barrel now. You're welcome, Double Bill. You're the tri-bill now. Okay. Because of YouTube, I'm not going to swell, but WTF. Who in the right mind thought this was a good idea? Why? Where's the trigger? Oh my gosh, there's a trigger right there. It looks like something I would think an alien would have. It's just so odd. Other compatible, really? It just says, does it honestly just say other compatible pistols? That doesn't give you a very good description of what it'll work on it. Because I guarantee you, if I try sticking an M9 in it, it's not gonna work. I think it's just SIGs. I think it's just SIGs without pistol. It's $99. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. My bad. Alright, that's your price point. It's too weird. I'm sorry, it's too weird. No, thank you. Can you even put a red dot on it? Wait, I lost it. It's gone. It's gone to the void. We're back on page number 1. Okay, this is one that, I kind of want to go over. This is made by Elite Force. The build quality is good, but the problem with this one is the FPS is very low. Oh, look, it's Wombat again. Yeah, anyways. You know, he probably spent an hour doing that, too. That's a sad part. So these don't shoot very hot. They're for indoors. Honestly, that's what this is for. Oh, and the battery compartment is right here, for those of you wondering. So you cannot wreck the charging handle. You can see that it's clear that you can pull it back. And yes, you can pull it back. But the battery goes in there, and it's going to block it from moving. So, your charging handle, you're not going to be able to move it. I wouldn't MP5 slap this, though, anyways, because that handle's going to break off. Mine actually did on my Elite Force MP5. And I wasn't even slapping it. I was pulling it back and hooking it up here when I put in a new magazine, and then I just bring it back down on my fingers. But it slipped off my thumb and it broke. I'd use my thumb to guide it, so that way it wouldn't just slam forward, but it slipped and then it just popped right off. It's just pop metal. These are actually good. So if you go to... So I actually bought one of these. So I went to an event that limited the amount of ammo you could carry. It had a limit on mid caps, and it had a limit on high caps. And I didn't have a lot of mid caps. I had only high caps. For my MP5 at the time. And there was a limit to, I think it was 2 high caps. So the way I got around the limit to where I could have as much ammo as I wanted is I bought this thing. And most people probably won't recognize it because it's kind of an oddball item. So you can probably get away with having extra ammo, even if there's ammo limits on the event you're going to, because that's what I did. I'm going to be honest, that's what I did. I tried getting around the ammo limits by doing that. Because I just don't care. I want ammo. I want lots and lots of ammo, okay? I say that as I run one magazine in my M9, and I'm gonna have a lot of just mispronunciations today. I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest. I'm out of it today. 5-star rating. Okay, let's be honest. We can pass on this one, right, guys? We don't need to look at that. We can pass on that one. We don't need it. We know where it belongs. Yeah. In the Stotal section for the 10-year-olds. Okay, these are good. These Stotal packets are good. If you're starting out in Airsoft, buy one of these. Matrix is a good brand. This ain't bad. It should. No guarantees, though. But it should. Yeah, these are good kits. This is where I got my very first rifle from, was one of these kits. It gives you a bunch of additional stuff, which is really great. Oh, yeah, I should probably go to the price point for UK and Canadian. There's the UK, there's the Canadian price. For magazines, I would recommend Crytek's personally. Let's go to info mags. So Crytek right here. This is what I run. I also use, if I can find it, it's the Hex ones. Yeah, I don't think it's the EMG one though. I don't think it's the EMG one. Okay, it is the EMG. All right, it's this Helios one right here. Helios, however you say it. These are good. These are good, and they carry quite a bit of ammo too. These ones are good. The Helios and the Crytek's. You can't go wrong with those. Is Crytek also 120 rounds? I know one of them I have holds a ton of ammo. No, this is 150. Oh, they have a full fit. Oh, that's a high cap. Oh, course. I always do that. It's like, ooh, this one holds a lot of ammo. Yeah, that's because it's a high cap. You don't want it. We don't want high caps. Come on now. This video is probably running on quite a little too long, so I'm probably gonna cut it here. But if there's anything else you want me to review and look at, go ahead and comment down below, and I can stick that in the next video. But I'm gonna head out now. Oh, wait, I saw the other WeTac one that I recognized, but I just lost it. Yeah, it's gone. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Click the like button, click the sub button. Because if you click the like button, lets me know, hey, I actually kind of like this. I think this is a cool idea. I'm just hoping this is helpful for you guys. I'm doing a bit more kind of Airsoft videos lately. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I'm gonna head out and see you all later.